Good evening, you're watching NDTV 24/7. I'm Padmaja Joshi. What a news-packed Monday, in fact a news-packed weekend it has been. But as always on every story that matters, the buck stops here. After 16 days of going across Bihar, the Voter Adhikar Yatra by Rahul Gandhi culminated in Patna today with a massive power show with allies like the RJD, VIP, Samajwadi Party, TMC, JMM, all of them flanking him. Rahul Gandhi travelled from Gandhi Maidan to Ambedkar Statue and after paying homage to Baba Saheb Ambedkar declared that what he has said so far is only a trailer. Bigger things are yet to come. Referring to his press conference earlier, where he had alleged massive vote chori in Karnataka during the Lok Sabha elections, the LOP today said that expose, that press conference was only an atom bomb. Going ahead, his party is preparing to explode an even bigger and an even more lethal hydrogen bomb.
बीजेपी के लोग अच्छी तरह सुन लीजिए भैया, एटम बम का नाम सुना आपने? सुना है एटम बम का नाम? उससे बड़ा क्या होता है? उससे बड़ा क्या होता है? एटम बम से बड़ा हाइड्रोजन बम होता है। होता है नहीं होता है? माधवपुरा में हमने एटम बम दिखाया था। बीजेपी के लोगों तैयार हो जाओ, हाइड्रोजन बम आ रहा है।
नफरती परों से अब आप एटम बम और हाइड्रोजन बम की बात बोलते हैं। ये देश को समझना चाहिए, राहुल गांधी गैर जिम्मेवार हैं। इस देश को समझना चाहिए, राहुल गांधी इज इर्रिस्पॉन्सिबल।
नया नारा चला है बिहार में, वोट चोर गद्दी छोड़। इसको प्ले कीजिए आप, लोगों को बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है। वहां भी बोल रहे हैं लोग, चाइना में भी लोग बोल रहे हैं वोट चोर गद्दी छोड़, अमेरिका में भी बोल रहे हैं।
इस पूरे SIR के पीछे जो ये अभियान चल रहा है, इसका पर्पस यही है, गिव अस द राइट एंड द माइट टू कैप्चर बूथ्स, टीयर अवे बैलेट पेपर्स एंड इन्फिल्ट्रेटर्स को वोट देने दो। तो ये अब नहीं चलेगा। ये बात मैं कहना चाहता हूं।
Well, as the Congress promised to sharpen its vote chori attack even further and cause a massive explosion, the BJP hit back with its own interpretation of the Yatra. First, the Home Minister and now Union Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan declared that the real intent of the Yatra was not to save the people's vote, but was to actually save the Congress's infiltrator vote bank. They even said that all of these claims that a hydrogen bomb, a massive explosion is just around the corner, shows nothing more than the immaturity of the opposition leader.
क्योंकि मैं उन लोगों में से हूं जिनकी दृढ़ मान्यता है, इस देश में एक भी घुसपैठिया कहीं पर नहीं रहना चाहिए। आज भी इलेक्शन कमीशन मतदाता सूची का शुद्धिकरण कर रहा है, SIR कर रहा है। कुछ पार्टियां इसके विरुद्ध घुसपैठिया बचाओ यात्रा लेकर निकली। मैं असम के युवाओं को आज पूछना चाहता हूं, किसी भी देश की मतदाता सूची देश के लोकतंत्र का हृदय होती है। मतदाता सूची में विदेशी नागरिकों को स्थान मिलना चाहिए। इतने सारे प्रबुद्ध जन बैठे हैं, मुझे कहे कि मतदाता सूची में विदेशी नागरिकों को स्थान मिलना चाहिए क्या?
और आजकल बिहार में क्या हो रहा है? रैलियां निकल रही, यात्राएं। वो यात्रा वोट चोरी की यात्रा नहीं है, घुसपैठिया बचाओ यात्रा है। घुसपैठिया गठबंधन बना हुआ है, SIR के नाम पे हल्ला हो रहा है। घुसपैठिया गठबंधन वाले कैसे घुसपैठिए बने रहे वोटर लिस्ट में? अरे दूसरे देश से आए तो भैया कहां से आए हो, कब आए हो, कैसे आए हो? हमारा देश देश है कि धर्मशाला?
And that brings us to the big questions on which the buck stops today. INDI bloc's Vote Chori campaign, is it really a bomb or bust? And while the opposition hopes to have the yatra and the Chori message drive its momentum before the elections, are facts actually getting in the way of the promised firecrackers? Let's take this across to the guests joining us now. We have Sajjan Kumar, political analyst, Suraj Yadav Mandal, spokesperson of the Congress, Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the BJP. But my first question is to senior journalist and political analyst Ashutosh. What is your sense now that we've seen the last 16 days, Ashutosh? Has this message of vote chor, gaddi chor, that any kind of vote chori is taking place, percolating to the voter, or is this more politics and less messaging?
See, Padmaja, my sense is, and I'm still not finally concluded, but is this vote chori campaign is turning out to be a Bofor's kind of a campaign which was launched in 1986-87 against the Rajiv Gandhi government? Because if that going to happen, then it's going to be really very bad news for the BJP itself and for the Modi government. Because this is something which, the people have some doubts in their minds. And if this doubt persists in the minds of the people, then certainly this will damage not only the BJP, but this will also damage the image of the Prime Minister. And that is what the opposition led by Rahul Gandhi is trying to do. Because today what he has said, that in Mahadevpura they dropped an atom bomb. Now he is going to drop a hydrogen bomb. So that means something bigger than Mahadevpura. If that happens, then what the election commission will do and how the BJP will respond, that has to be seen. And I have been arguing this from the day one, that the day one when the Mahadevpura claim was made by Rahul Gandhi, election commission on the day itself should have countered not only strongly but should have also gone for a kind of inquiry and investigation. And should have either proved Rahul Gandhi right or proved Rahul Gandhi wrong. If Rahul Gandhi was proved wrong, then it would have been suicidal for Rahul Gandhi.
So we'll talk about the specifics of Mahadevpura and whether it was an atom bomb and what hydrogen bomb is round the corner. But Sanju Verma, already the big firepower is being brought out. Rahul Gandhi has promised a hydrogen bomb, but before that comes, Ashutosh is saying this is like a Bofor's gun, which is going to smash your party and the image.
Padmaja, I cannot hear you at all. Your voice is breaking. Can you please have your team fix the audio? I could only gather bits and pieces of your question.
I'll do that in 10 seconds. I'll try and repeat my question as well. Ashutosh says the Vote Adhikar Yatra and the Vote Chori campaign is a Bofor's gun. It's going to destroy your party and the Prime Minister's image.
I can't hear you at all.
Okay, we'll try and fix that. We'll try and fix that in just a second. But do we have the Mahadevpura tally, the data for Mahadevpura up yet? Can I go across to it now? All right. So let me actually show you, Ashutosh. Here's the thing. Sometimes it is all about the mahal. It is great politics. You talk about getting the voter invested in what your allegations are. But purely talking about what the Mahadevpura, no, this is not the correct one. This is about the RJD. Let's look at the other table for Mahadevpura. Right. So what was the allegation of the Congress party? They said that in the Lok Sabha election, there are 8 assembly segments within the Bangalore Central Lok Sabha seat. Congress led in all 7 except Mahadevpura, and suddenly in Mahadevpura there was a huge spike in the BJP's votes, and which is why PC Mohan won that Lok Sabha seat from Bengaluru Central. Now, the data doesn't bear it out. Why? Because there was no unusual spike in Mahadevpura at all. In fact, Mahadevpura Assembly constituency came into being in 2008 after delimitation, and since that time, right from 2008 to 2023 Assembly elections, BJP has actually only gone from strength to strength in that particular seat. Mahadevpura is actually a stronghold of the BJP. In the last election, they were facing a bit of anti-incumbency in the assembly polls. They changed their candidate and they actually had a winning margin of 13.3%. And that is why I asked Sajjan Kumar, the rhetoric is great, but is data coming in the way, and is it going to be more about creating the mahal? Because we hear a lot of voters actually talk about the few discrepancies and say, हमें घबराहट हो रही है, हमें अगर हमारा वोट कट गया. Has Rahul Gandhi, irrespective of this data, managed to get that feeling into the voters' mind that हमारा वोट कट गया तो क्या होगा, हमें घबराहट हो रही है?
No, certainly not. I mean, if you take the ground sentiment on the Bihar, there are lots many issues that can be used against the incumbent NDA, JDU and BJP. But certainly SIR is not the prime determinant into the minds of the electorate. So at this juncture, this is primarily something to rejuvenate the weak cadre base of the Congress party. And therein the RJD, which was not very enthusiastic at the beginning of SIR campaign, started by the Congress, because mind it, RJD has invested more than around 48,000 agents who are assisting the election commission in this exercise. But slowly they gave in and have started participating. So on the ground, the resonance is not there. Second, it's not about the data. It's about how you attribute intentionality in reading the data. Take, for example, the case of Tripura, a tiny northeastern state. You know, in 2013, BJP vote tally in Tripura was less than 2%. In 2014 also, Lok Sabha election, it was around 1.4%. But in 2018, when BJP won the state, it got around 43% of the popular votes. Was it vote chori? We do see certain turnaround. Now the question is, when you start a campaign by saying that Congress has been marginalized since 2014, not because of organizational weakness, not because of leadership weakness, not because of the baggage of the UPA, but primarily because the votes were stolen. So it means that you want the entire country to believe that had there been no bungling with the vote base, Congress still, with the leadership of Rahul Gandhi, have been ruling the country. Now, this is beyond imagination, because even the vitriolic anti-BJP political analysts, scholars, say for example CSDS Suhas Palsikar, Ramchandra Guha and others, they all have been attributing the failure to the leadership of the Rahul Gandhi.
Mr. Mandal, Mr.
Yes.
Mandal, you can create the mahal, but the facts do not add up.
No, I think you did not have invited the Congress at all. The whole narrative is you have already set up a mind. Let me first, since you have invited me, let me
Mr. Mandal,
put
there is
across
never
my
any
point.
narrative. There is data,
Of course,
and
what you're
data
discussing
doesn't change.
No, do you want to listen what I
Data
have to
stays
say?
the same. I do not appreciate starting with a comment which is
No,
factually
let
wrong.
me tell you.
There is no narrative. I started by saying that very often it is all about convincing the voter of your message. And has your message percolated? Ashutosh says yes. Sajjan Kumar says no. Now, I'm coming to you for an answer, but you cannot have a preconceived notion that this debate is against me. Counter me with facts.
Will you allow me to put my point across?
100%. But no personal slurs, please.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me first say that I have been part of this yatra and I have been on the ground. I am a voter from Madhepura in Bihar. My vote, which was, there is narrative going on that there is no complaint. Every vote which has been updated says you go and meet the BLO. My own family members, some of them, their votes have been cut. And when you go across to the BLO, they are not found. They only have the app. The Supreme Court said that you have to give the reasons for cutting the votes. You have to see it from the app of the BLOs, and BLOs are not available. Secondly, now what you have said on the ground, there has been massive upsurge. Ashutosh ji just now gave the example of Bofors. I remember only two things. One was when Srimati Gandhi visited Belchi, and there was a whole change of scene all over India. And secondly, what has happened this time is every place where this yatra has gone, it has become not something in which you have to mobilize the people.
Okay.
People have poured in, and this shows that they have their concerns. And the concern is mainly that when we are asking about a vote constitutional right, when we say And what was the alternative left to Rahul Gandhi?
Okay, Sanju Verma, respond to that Ashutosh has said this is a Bofors moment that is going to blow up in your face, and it has a momentum of its own, so much so that Rahul Gandhi today is saying that even in China and US, vote chor gaddi chhod has become the rallying cry. Sanju Verma.
I mean, it's sad. You know, you guys don't even have your audio system in place, Padmaja. I've been coordinating with your logistics team for the last 12 minutes.
Okay, I have no idea what to say about that. I think there is some issue with your audio connection because everyone seems to be doing just fine. Sajjan Kumar, would you want to respond to that? Can we please fix that? Sajjan Kumar.
No. I mean, I cannot vouch for each and every. I also belong to North Bihar, Muzaffarpur, and the BLO presence is quite active. They are quite reachable. There are certain kind of lack of documents, etc., but that is quite normal, which you find in any exercise. In fact, if you are aware about Bihar, more than SIR and this entire vote theft campaign, what is really concerning people is the land survey that is going on right now in district by district arena. So if you are aware, you will know that what is the factor wherein the people are really concerned about everyday life. This is one. Two, as I said, there is a pattern to this entire campaign because you see from 2014 to 2024, we have three Lok Sabha elections. So 2014 and 2019 was attributed by the BJP baiters to communal polarization and hyper-nationalism. Then after 2019, you saw the emergence of a technological factor that was attributed for the victory of BJP, the hoax of EVM. Then suddenly in 2023, you see a very discredited propagandist research paper coming from one of the private university claiming that there have been certain vote manipulation. And he was disgraced, he has to resign. But that plank was embraced by the Congress, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, and EVM hoax was abandoned. Now you see vote Chori and Voter Adhikar Yatra. The central plank is that somehow you have to discredit the entire electoral process and attribute the victory of the ruling dispensation to certain bogus measure. This is some sort of abandoning your own plank because you can be in opposition and yet you can own the defeat and go to the people with certain positive policy measure rather than creating sort of campaign which aims to delegitimize not only one of the constitutional body, but entire democratic process itself.
And at what cost? At what cost? Again, let me quote only data because this is not about conjecture. This is not about saying he said, she said. Let me actually point out some data to you from Bihar because Mr. Mandal, you belong to Bihar as well.
First,
you know, the Voter Adhikar Yatra has been kicked off from Bihar. But let me quote to you some data from Bihar and what it shows us over the years. Now, you've said, and Rahul Gandhi said, that vote chori was started in 2014, then it went to Gujarat, then it has been done across the country. But do you know that the principal opposition party to the BJP in Bihar, which is the RJD, has actually seen its performance become even better election after election? Why do we say that? 2019 Lok Sabha elections, the RJD's vote share was 15.68%. In the 2024 Lok Sabha elections, it climbed to 22.14%. However, the vote chor, the so-called vote chor BJP's vote share went from 23.57% in 2019 to only 20.52%. The highest vote share, by the way, in the 2024 Lok Sabha election in Bihar among all the parties was that of the RJD. The RJD got the highest vote share during the Lok Sabha elections. And it's not just that. Their seat tally increased from 0 in 2019 to 4. Whereas when it comes to the BJP, their tally was reduced from 17 to 12. The JDU's tally also, Mr. Mandal, went down from 16 in 2019 to only 12 in 2024. So this again, according to data, is the most botched up vote chori that the BJP is doing, where their seat share is going down, their vote share is going down. Mr. Mandal. All right, we seem to have lost Mr. Mandal as well. It is just like I said, it is just one of those days where I think the systems are acting up on us. Ashutosh, what does this data tell us? RJD has actually done better than 2019 and 2024?
See, Padmaja, I'm a firm believer that the politics is not about data, politics is not about reality. Politics is all about how you manage perception. And let me tell you, this in the pursuit to manage this perception, I think for the first time, I'm witnessing that the BJP and the Modi government is failing miserably. And I'm very sure about it. They are miserably failing in this course. Because, you know, if Rahul Gandhi was telling a lie to the whole world, and if what was Rahul Gandhi was saying was not based on truth, a time-bound investigation, if it happened for the Mahadevpura data which he has provided, Rahul Gandhi would have been proved wrong, then Rahul Gandhi's political career would have been in the serious jeopardy. But the problem is that the Election Commission refused to do that. They insisted on the affidavit, and Rahul Gandhi said, I'm not doing anything like that. So the debate continued in the last 2 months. If you look at carefully, almost every TV channels or almost every next day is debating this whole exercise, either through SIR or through Mahadevpura or Rahul Gandhi's Vote Yatra. So the perception which is getting into the minds of the people is whether they recognize SIR or whether SIR
so you think he's managed to seed that idea, even if past data does not support his claims, that idea has been seeded.
Padmaja, 10 seconds. So what is happening is the doubt is being created in the minds of the people.
Okay, only 10 seconds because I must go to Sanju Verma. It's 20 minutes into the debate and I think the hydrogen bomb that was being threatened, Sanju Verma, was dropped on your connection. I hope you can finally hear me now.
Yes, am I loud and clear?
Yes, you are loud and clear as always. The idea has been seeded. Man on the ground thinks कि कुछ तो गड़बड़ है. And that is the real hydrogen bomb. Sanju Verma.
Padmaja, first and foremost, many congratulations on your big assignment. And now, you know, to the moot point of the debate, you know, whether Rahul Gandhi ने atom bomb छोड़ा है या hydrogen bomb छोड़ेंगे या झुमरी तलैया में जाके press conference करेंगे या Jupiter या Mars पर जाएंगे, I don't want to dignify Rahul Gandhi's statement, but let me give hard data for the benefit of your audience. What has Rahul Gandhi been telling Padmaja for the longest time? ये बार-बार आखिर बीजेपी चुनाव कैसे जीतती है? बार-बार यदि बीजेपी चुनाव जीतती है, इसका मतलब बीजेपी धांधलेबाजी कर रही है. The word used by Rahul Gandhi is इलेक्शन कमीशन और बीजेपी मिलकर धांधलेबाजी करते हैं. So I want to ask Rahul Gandhi through your show, Bengal 1947 to 1977, 30 years, who ruled West Bengal? Congress party. Uttar Pradesh 1950 to 1989, 39 years, who ruled? The Congress party. Bihar 1947 to 1989, 42 years, who ruled Bihar? The Congress party. Maharashtra, between 1960 and 2014, by and large, barring ikka-dukka instances, it was the Congress or its allies that ruled Maharashtra and Padmaja. In Karnataka, starting from 1956 to 2025, in the last 69 years, out of those 69 years, 44 years, it is the Congress party which ruled Karnataka. So my first point is, for the longest time in post-independent India, ये तो हम सबको पता है कि 54 साल, 54 years, it was the Congress party which ruled the center. But Bengal, Bihar, Maharashtra, Karnataka, some of the biggest states, कहीं 30 साल, कहीं 40 साल, कहीं 50 साल, the Congress had a one-way run. BJP never cried foul. And now let me give some very interesting data for the benefit of your audience.
Okay.
Since Maharashtra is what started this entire thing, I've not been able to listen to what the others say, but I've debated enough with Ashutosh to know what he might have said. So let me give this data. And this is something that your audience needs to listen to very carefully. You know, in Maharashtra, this is what happened. The year was 1985. The increase in voter share for the Congress party was 24.57%. In 1990, the increase in voter share was 35.14%. In 1995, it was 30.73%. But in 1999, the voter share fell by 12.24%. Again, it rose in 2004 by 20.72%, 2009 by 8.01%, 2014 by 16.58%,
What's your
2019 by 4.17%, 1 minute, and 2024 by 16.76%. Limited point is, from 1985 onwards, चाहे वोटर काउंट इंक्रीज हुआ हो या गिरा हो, वोटर शेयर इंक्रीज हुआ हो या गिरा हो, the Congress party won Maharashtra. 8 out of 10 Maharashtra assembly elections were won by the Congress party between 1985 and 2014. It was 2014 that Devendra Fadnavis and BJP won. Then in 2019, we were the largest party, but we formed a government for a short period and Uddhav Thackeray came in. Then again, he was dislodged. My limited point is, how is it 1985 से कांग्रेस पार्टी लगातार महाराष्ट्र में सत्ता में आती रही है, सरकार बनाती रही है, बीजेपी never cried foul.
Okay, answer that, Mr. Mandal.
BJP won elections, now you guys are behaving like a bunch of sore losers.
Even when the results don't really prove your point, the moment you think that it's not going your way, you say that the entire machinery is compromised. And I think you got disconnected at that time. I had actually shown figures of how your alliance partner, the RJD, which was a part of your Voter Adhikar Yatra, has actually bettered its performance between the last Lok Sabha elections and 2024 in Bihar, the same place where you are saying vote chori is happening, Mr. Mandal.
That doesn't prove what what we are saying. Number one. Number two.
How? How? You are saying vote chori is happening, but RJD's vote share is going up.
To speak.
Going up by 7%.
No. Do you want me to put forth my point? You are certainly interrupting. I am telling you how this proves. Now the gentleman right now said that who comes from Muzaffarpur, that all the BLOs are there and everything is all right over there. Let me tell you, and he was saying hoax of EVM. Now, he doesn't have the point to how it is a hoax to prove that. Even the United States people are all the time saying that that is not the correct way to and the credible way to hold an election. Secondly, in Maharashtra, it was not just one of the reports. There is an organization called Vote for Democracy.
Mr. Mandal, we can, keep shifting the goalpost and talk about multiple things. I am asking you a straightforward question. You stood in Bihar over the last 16 days and said that RJD, VIP and Congress votes are being stolen. I have shown you data which proves that RJD's performance has become better in the last 5 years in terms of the seats that they have won, in terms of their vote share. Then how does it show vote chori? It should have decreased, right, if vote chori is happening.
Again, what I am saying, do you want me to say? That doesn't prove us wrong, number one.
How doesn't it prove you wrong? Sir, if in 2019, the NDA wins 39 out of 40 Lok Sabha seats, you reduce their tally in 2024, you have actually chipped away their vote. You have taken their vote. आपने उनका vote legally चोरी किया है. Through the ballot box, I would like to believe. Through the EVM. And I don't like to use the word chori. आपने उनका वोट खींच लिया अपनी तरफ.
Use it because chores are there. Number one. Number two, you have said 60. What I am going to say, right? Please give me 2 minutes and just listen to me. 2025 January, the summary revision of the electoral rolls were held in Bihar. After that, suddenly on 25th of June, the Election Commission comes up that there should be an intensive revision. Now, after that intensive revision, it announces cutting off of 65 lakh of votes. Now, those votes also include people who have been declared dead, who have been shown displaced. We have a law in this country in which NRIs can come and vote in this country.
Mr. Mandal, again, we have addressed a lot of this. And like I said, we can keep shifting the goalpost and talk about discrepancies which have been addressed or which have to be addressed by the ECI, or we can talk about specifics. Here's the difference between political rhetoric and fact. Do you know that in 2005, I want to show you this newspaper report, and this is not me. This is a magazine article from the 23rd of May 2005. Do you know what happened in 2005? It's a very interesting story. I think everyone would want to hear this, and Ashutosh ji would be able to bear me out on this as well. May 23, 2005, this magazine article says that the latest victim of Lalu Prasad is the Election Commission. He has called for the resignation of election commissioners B.B. Tandon and N. Gopalaswamy in the wake of wild accusations against them. What are these accusations? That there was a senior bureaucrat who said that the election of the Chhapra Lok Sabha constituency in Bihar was countermanded because the election commissioners are casteist and anti-Yadavs. So Lalu Prasad, who was actually a part of your ministry in 2005 at the center, asked for the election commissioners to be sacked. And the then Prime Minister, Dr. Manmohan Singh, said, this is nothing more than politics. I respect what Laluji is saying, but I will take no action against the election commissioners. Now, would you say that at that time, you were doing vote chori of Lalu Prasad in Chhapra?
Let me give
Because
you another
didn't act
story.
against the election commissioners.
But
You stood by them. You
were
were in government.
Do you want me to? Let me tell you another story. Have you heard about Lingdo? And who was the chief minister of Gujarat called Narendra Modi? How did he go against
But
Lingdo
Mr.
and
Mandal,
what
haven't
all
you
he
answered
called
my
him?
question? This is not a bedtime
No, I'm
story
answering your
session.
question.
But we are telling each other stories. I had a specific question.
Which has nothing to do.
I am making
it
the
has nothing to
distinction
do with
between
today's vote
politics
chori.
over the issue of election commissioner
You are just.
and facts.
You are just.
You
this
recognize
is,
that Laluji at that time was just doing politics over the election commissioners and you didn't act against them.
What
Isn't
was
that
Narendra
true?
Modi doing in Gujarat? What was Narendra Modi doing in Gujarat? When he was calling names to
Sanju Verma,
Lingdo.
quick rebuttal, then I'll go to Ashutosh. Yes.
Okay. My quick rebuttal, my first point is this. The Congress party, taking forward what you're saying, Padmaja, the Congress party's vote share was 39.53% in the general elections in 1989, thereabouts. In 2024, it rose to 41.33%. तो पहली बात तो ये बीजेपी का आप कहते हो इलेक्शन कमिश्नर है, बीजेपी के इलेक्शन कमिश्नर के नाक के नीचे आपका 41% से भी ज्यादा वोट शेयर है, तो रोना धोना आपको उसकी जरूरत है नहीं. But I will give one very interesting bit of data which I think has been quoted umpteen times. Rahul Gandhi says महाराष्ट्र में 5 बजे the voter turnout was 58.22%. 6 बजते वोटर टर्नआउट बढ़ के हो गई 66.05%. 1 minute, Padmaja, I know you've given this data. He says Maharashtra voter turnout rose by 7.83%. Okay. तेलंगाना में क्या हुआ राहुल गांधी जी? तेलंगाना में 5% वोटर, 5 बजे वोटर टर्नआउट was 52.14%. 6 p.m. voter turnout was 63.94%. A rise of 11.8%. Telangana was won by the Congress party. BJP lost. बीजेपी ने आकर पद्मजा जोशी या किसी और एंकर के शो पर रोना धोना नहीं किया. बट वेट, द बिग डैडी ऑफ देम ऑल, कर्नाटका 2023 असेंबली इलेक्शंस, 5 p.m. वोटर टर्नआउट 57.94%, 6 p.m. 71.84%, a 13.9% increase. BJP was wiped out with barely 43 or 44 odd seats in Karnataka Vidhan Sabha 2023 elections. The Congress, had a handsome victory.
So you've given this data.
BJP leader
it's hard data. But here's the thing. Ashutosh had a very simple point right at the beginning. You can keep quoting data till the cows come home. The fact is that now, somewhere in the minds of people, if there is the seed of a doubt, and because Rahul Gandhi and the RJD keep saying, look, we gave the election commission proof, they did not start an inquiry, they started attacking me, they asked me for an affidavit, hence dal mein kuch kala hai. Ultimately, and you know this is true, every single politician says this, that chunav to emotion pe lada jata hai. Now, if the emotion of the voter has turned ki kuch dhandlebazi ho rahi hai, you can keep quoting data of Lok Sabha, Telangana, Hyderabad, Maharashtra. The voter will want to punish the dhandlebaz. Sanju Verma. Should the EC have been less defensive?
I'm so glad you asked this question. And this is to all Modi naysayers, including Ashutosh. The limited point is this. I always say, Janta Janardhan hai, jo jeeta wahi Sikandar. And I'll give you an example. The fact of the matter is, ahead of Telangana assembly elections, 22.5 lakh voters were deleted. सबके मुंह में ताला लग गया, जो अपने आप को सेफोलॉजिस्ट कहते हैं, न्यूट्रल पॉलिटिकल एनालिस्ट कहते हैं.
Okay.
कर्नाटका असेंबली इलेक्शन से पहले 4.28 लाख वोटर्स वर डिलीटेड. बीजेपी लॉस्ट, कांग्रेस वन. ये सारे जो राजनीतिक विश्लेषक हैं, इनके मुंह पर ताला लग गया, मुंह पर दही जम गया. हिमाचल असेंबली इलेक्शंस, इमेजिन, हिमाचल इज अ स्मॉल स्टेट, 2022 assembly election से पहले 47,000 voters were deleted in Himachal. BJP's loss margin overall in the state of Himachal Pradesh was just 37,000 votes. हम हार गए इतनी narrow margin से. हमने रोना धोना नहीं किया. I think the Janta is interested in data. The Janta is interested not.
Okay, that's your interpretation. Some people think Janta goes by emotion. You're saying Janta is led by data. But one more story about Bihar and politics over the EC, Ashutosh, I'll give you the final comment on that. 2005 example, I quoted 1995. TN Session, as the then Chief Election Commissioner, he postponed the elections in Bihar 4 times. And that time, a livid Lalu Prasad, again, not the BJP, not the Samta Party, a livid Lalu Prasad is on record in this magazine article in 2005 saying कि ये कांग्रेस और बीजेपी के इशारे पर TN Session मुझे खत्म करने की कोशिश कर रहा है. Now, politics has happened then over EC. Politics is continuing now over EC. Are facts the casualty and the institution becoming the casualty?
No, I don't think institution becomes a casualty. The institution has got the spine, the institution has got the dignity, then the institution will fight back because, elections are fought on the basis of perception. But the credibility of the institution depends on the truth. If the truth of the matter is once elections happen, then everybody have no other option than to believe. And I can take you back in 1972-73 when Balraj Madhok, who was very stalwart with Jansangh, he said the elections are being manipulated because the kind of ballot papers which is the ink on the ballot papers are used were drying, and those who were voting for the Jansangh, it's not going for the Jansangh. What happened? Matter has gone to the High Court, and the High Court has said it's all rubbish. And the similar thing happened after.
And similarly, the Bombay High Court also rubbished this entire Maharashtra vote chori argument. The Bombay High Court very clearly said that we are very upset that you are wasting our time and this appeal is not even worth the paper that is written on. But I'm afraid I'm completely out of time. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Sanju Verma for joining me. This, remember, is going to be an ongoing debate simply because Rahul Gandhi has said that abhi to ye angadai hai, aage aur bhi badi ladai hai. We're waiting for that hydrogen bomb.